In this video, we're going to be solving a system of linear equations using elimination with addition. Okay, so the first step, we will choose a variable to eliminate, multiply an equation by -1 if necessary. So we're going to have to make something the opposite so that when we add them, they will cancel out. Add equations together and solve for the remaining variable. There should only be one after you do that. And then use that solution to plug in and find the value of the other variable. Okay, so notice this one. If we just add straight down on this problem right here, the x and the negative x are going to cancel each other out. Okay, so if we just add, these two cancel each other out, which is good. That's what we want. So we get that cancels out, but we get 2y minus 5y, which is negative 3y, and 10 minus 19, which is equal to negative 9. Divide the negative 3 on both sides, and we get y is equal to 3. Now we need to take that and plug it into either one of these to get what the value is for x. So I'll just choose the top one. So it would be x is equal to x plus 2y, but instead of 2y, we're going to write 3 equals 10. So that's x plus 6 is equal to 10. So that's x is equal to 4 when we subtract the 6 to the other side. And that gives us 4, 3 as our solution. Now, if you're not convinced that this is the right answer, you can plug the 4 and the 3 into both of these and see if you get true statements. So let's do that just this once. Remember, this is your x and this is your y. So let's look at the first one. So instead of x, we're at 4 plus 2 times 3 equals 10. That's 4 plus 6 equals 10. True. The next one, we get negative, because it's there and it's 4, so negative 4 minus 5 times 3 equals negative 19. See, that's negative 4 minus 15 equals negative 19, and that's true as well. So it worked. Okay, let's take a look at this next problem over here. Okay, so we have 4x plus 2y equals negative 8, and 3x minus 2y equals 22. Again, we can just add these straight down because this term right here, they're opposites. We have positive 2y and a negative 2y. So if I add those straight down, I get 7x, cancel that, and then these two, 22 minus 8 would be 14. Divide the 7, and we get our first part of our solution, x is equal to 2. Okay, now I can take that 2 and plug it into either one. Let's use the second one this time. So 3 times 2 minus 2y equals 22. Okay, so that gives me 6 minus 2y equals 22. Subtract the 6, we get negative 2y equals 16. That's going to be subtracting 6, right? Okay, and then we get divide by negative 2, and we get y is equal to negative 8. So your ordered pair solution is 2, negative 8. Okay, let's go to another one. This one on the left here. Notice that nothing is the same on this, or we have the same, but nothing is opposite. Okay, so I need to go ahead and multiply this one by a negative 1. Okay, so that will give me negative 3x plus y equals 17. And negative 7x minus y equals 23. Okay, when I add those straight down, the y's will cancel out and you'll get negative 10x is equal to 40. Divide the negative 10 and you get x is equal to negative 4. Okay, that's part of my solution. Now I go find the other part. So let's use the top equation. I'll plug in this negative 4 in right there. So I get negative 3 times negative 4 plus y equals 17. So 12 plus y equals 17. Subtract the 12 from both sides, and I get y is equal to 5. Okay, so that is an ordered pair solution of negative 4, 5. Okay, for the last one on this video, we have 5x plus 4y equals negative 4 and 3x plus 4y equals negative 12. Again, we need to make them opposites, so we've got these that are already the same. So let's just multiply the second one by negative 1. Okay, so that will give us 5x plus 4y equals negative 4, and the bottom one turns into negative 3x minus 4y equals negative 12. the y's cancel, and we get 2x is equal to negative 16. Divide the 2, and we get x is equal to negative 8. Okay, we plug that in to either one. I'll use the second one this time. So 3 times negative 8 plus 4y equals 12. So that's negative 24 plus 4y equals 12. If I add the 24 to both sides, I get 4y is equal to 36, and I divide by 4, I get y is equal to 9. And that gives me the ordered pair solution of negative 8, comma 9. Okay, the next 4 problems we're going to do, we're going to have to multiply one or both of the equations by something other than negative 1 to get them to cancel out. Okay, so this is going to require an extra step. So let's take a look at the first problem. We have 3x minus 7y is equal to 7, and 8x plus 5y is equal to negative 5. Okay, so I'm looking at this middle term here. It looks like they're both opposite signs already. So we don't have to change the sign of either one of them. We just have to make those y's be the same by multiplying them both by something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say that I'm going to try to make both of these 35. This one will be a negative 35, and this will be a positive 35. What do I multiply this by to get a negative 35? Well, 5. And it will be multiplied by all things in here. And what do I get? What do I multiply this number by to get it to turn into 35? 7. Okay, and remember you have to distribute, so let's distribute and get a new set of equations here. We have 15x minus 35y equals 35, and then we've got 56x, that's 7 times 8, plus 35y is equal to negative 35. Okay, we can see that if we add these down now, this middle term, this y term, is going to cancel. Okay, and we will need to add up 56 and 65, or 56 and 15, which will be 71. 71x, this goes away, equals 0. Divide the 71, and you get x equals 0. Okay, once you get x equals 0, that's all you have to do with the elimination. You now just have to plug in that 0 and get your other solution for y. So let's do the first one. 3 times 0 minus 7y equals 7. That term's gone. Negative 7y equals 7. Divide by that negative 7, and you get y is equal to negative 1. So the ordered pair solution of this one will be 0, comma, negative 1. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Both negative, both positive, so we're going to have to change the sign of something. Let's do the first one this time. So what's a number that we can change these both into? Let's say 14. 2 times 7 is 14, and 7 times 2 is 14. And we will change the sign of the bottom one. We'll leave the top one how it is. So I'll multiply the top one by a 2. That'll turn this term into a negative 14x. And then I'll multiply the bottom one by a negative 7. Negative 7, which will make this first term turn into a positive 14, which will in turn make it cancel out. So the first one gets negative 14x plus 4y equals 16. And then we've got 14x, because a negative times a negative. Let's see, minus 35y equals 77. Negative 7 times negative 11. Okay, add those down, and you get negative 31y is equal to let's see, 93. And we divide by negative 31, and that gives us y is equal to negative 3. Okay, so that's our y term. Let's plug into one or the other. I'll use the original top one. Okay, so negative 7x plus 2, I'm going to substitute in for y, negative 3 equals 8. So negative 7x minus 6 equals 8. Add the 6 to both sides, you get negative 7x equals 14. Divide the negative 7, and you get x is equal to negative 2. So our ordered pair solution is negative 2, negative 3. Okay, 2 more of those. So this one, let's do the middle one this time. So let's make these opposites. Let's see, probably 24. They can both turn into 24. So what do I multiply 8 by to make it a 24? That will be a 3. And what do I multiply 3 by to get 24? But I want this one to be negative 2 because I want it to be opposite signs. So what do I multiply 3 by to get negative 24? That'll be negative 8. Okay, so I'll distribute to all those terms, and that will give me 27x plus 24y equals negative 72, and then negative 40x minus 24y equals, let's see, negative 8 times negative 22. That would be 176. Positive, because it's a negative times a negative. Okay, add these down. This middle term cancels. So 27 minus 40x is negative 13x. Okay, this one cancels, so it's equal to, and that's going to be 104. Okay, 176 minus 72 is 104. And then divide the negative 13 on both sides. And how many times does negative 13 go into 104? Well, 13 goes into 104 8 times, so our answer will be negative 8. So x is equal to negative 8. Okay, that's my first part. Let's find the other part. Let's use the second equation. So 5 times negative 8 plus 3y equals negative 22. So that's negative 40 plus 3y equals negative 22. We add the 40. Okay, so that gives us 3y is equal to 18. Divide the 3, you get y is equal to 6. So our ordered pair solution is going to be negative 8, 6. Okay, one more. Okay, we've got negative 2x minus 9y equals negative 10, and 3x minus 7y equals 15. I'm looking at this negative 2 and 3. They're opposite signs, and I think I can make them the same. I think I can make them both 6. So they're already opposite signs. I don't have to worry about that. Let's multiply the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2. That'll turn this into a negative 6x and this one into a positive 6x, which will make it cancel. So negative 6x minus 27y equals negative 30. And 6x minus 14y equals 30. Okay, so you can see that you're going to get, this term is going to cancel and this term is going to cancel. So negative 41y is equal to 0. So if I just divide that, you get y is equal to 0. Okay, and now let's plug that in. I'm going to use the first one. So negative 2x minus 9 times 0 equals negative 10. So that's negative 2x equals negative 10. Divide the negative 2, and you get x equals 5. So our ordered pair solution here is 5, 0.